no matter how you look at it, they still were friends. You know what I'm saying? I just think niggas was in Pac ear, and you know Pac was a little hard headed, and you know wasn't nobody really, and Biggie was downplaying it because Biggie knew it wasn't true, but at that time Pac wasn't trying to hear that because you got this nigga in his ear, you got Suge in his ear saying, yeah, let's go at these niggas, and Suge probably was only going at these niggas because Suge wanted to be King Kong of the rap game. Let's take Puffy out and not be the whole nigga I can run West Coast, East Coast, North and South. That's what his thing was, to take over the nation with this rap shit or the music shit. Did he have a real problem with Puffy? Nah, I just think he hated Puffy because Puffy was him of the East Coast, and he was Puffy of the West Coast. And Suge wanted the nation. He didn't want to be a number one or two, or he wanted to be competing for the number one spot with Puffy. He wanted that number one spot. Why you think they was starting the Death Row East? To take over the East, take Biggie and them off out of music, or make them, you know, basically get down and lay down. Come on, man. Biggie and Pac wasn't murdered over no rap shit, dog. You know what I mean? Pac go to a studio to make a song with a motherfucker nobody never heard of. He get there, the nigga ain't there, or he get there and he get shot before he even get the time to even meet the motherfucker to make the song with. Because they knew how much of a good nigga Pac was. Pac always said, like, if I see a nigga and I fuck with him, I do a song with him for free. That's why Pac was broke when he died. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no, you can call him dumb. I mean, you can say it, but he was for the people. If this nigga need, I got you. If that nigga need, I got you. If this sister need, I got you. If that sister, then he a man with no kids. You know, he had a sister with kids. He had a mother. He had family that depended on him. You know what I mean? So not only is he, and then he got motherfuckers suing him. He got motherfuckers, lawyers to pay because he always in trouble. Travel expenses, you know, bills. So, you know, a nigga like that that's good and hard, they die young. Like you said, the good die young. So when you're so much of a good nigga, you don't feel like you making dumb decisions. You just feel like this is what niggas supposed to do when you get a little money. Supposed to give back to the people that made you. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't thinking like, dang. You know, when he did realize, like, yo, Suge, I just sold 7-8 million records. Where's my money at? Like, why is my money this low? Ain't no way. When he realized that and he wanted to leave that road, you know, Suge still had his masters. I mean, he still signed his publishing right to Suge, so Suge still had as much say-so over his music as Pac did. Without those masters, you ain't shit. And Suge had the masters. So Suge ain't had to get him killed over no masters because he was going to have them motherfuckers anyway if Pac signed a publishing deal with him. I mean, you can't, I mean, Suge had some big niggas, so I'm pretty sure they wasn't going to just let Pac take the masters. So you kill a nigga for it. They said, well, Suge knew that Pac would mean more to him dead than alive. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Y'all saying that now because Pac sold a lot of majority of his records because he did. But at that time, Pac sold, when he got killed, Pac was the hottest motherfucker in the game. He just came off of selling 7-8 million off of All Eyes on Me. You know, Pac record sales was going up as his career lifted. First album went gold, second album went platinum, third album went double platinum, fourth album went, 7-8 times platinum. If I skip 3, my bad, but you get what I'm saying. You know what I mean? His album sales was going up, so Pac was on the rise. You know what I mean? And I just feel like that was a hit. You know, it was bigger than Pac and Biggie. I don't think Biggie got him killed. I know Biggie ain't get him killed. I know it. You know what I mean? Niggas filming Biggie all out in California and all that. Man, that was them boys, man. They got a little piece of footage of Biggie getting murked on YouTube. And the nigga get away. In a crowded spot right outside the Firehouse Museum where the Vibe Party was at, whatever this shit called. And the nigga get away. They go to the nigga house or whoever house, they got a shrine to Tupac. this and that, that and this. Everybody that, one thing about killing a motherfucker, you assassinate, or you send a motherfucker to kill a motherfucker, and what the government go by is assassinate the assassinator. So you kill every motherfucker that had something to do with these murders or knew about these murders. There's too much shit surrounding it, man. Ain't no conspiracies, man. I mean, 1 + 1 is 2. I mean, y'all take it how y'all want to. You know what I mean? And as far as Obama, I mean, we have a black president, but shit's still going down. You know what I'm saying? I'm just on World Star. I just seen a dude named Edward. I don't know his last name, but he was a Mexican dude today. You know what I'm saying? Like, I seen it today. December the 13th. I seen it. I was watching on World Star. I mean, I understand y'all, the police shot him. But obviously they knew him because he called him by his name. He said, "Get down, Eddie, or I'm going to shoot you. Don't move or stay there, Eddie. I'm going to shoot you." Like, he told him, "I'm going to shoot you." And he knew his name. Like, okay, and I think I heard him saying, "Put the knife down," or something like that. But it did look like dude was reaching down, pop him a couple times. Pop, 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 pop. You know what I mean? But once he dropped, that was it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't got to shoot him no more. And they kept shooting, shot the man 13 times. That's excessive, man. That's excessive. But they police, they do what the fuck they want to, man. And they call shit like that justified. I don't see why this Trayvon Martin case is still going on. Like, I don't, Jordan Davis just was killed for playing his music too loud. Whether it was rap, don't nobody tell a white motherfucker turn their country music down. Turn they rock and roll music down. We might sit there on it and be like, "Yo, that music is bullshit," but we ain't gonna kill you because you coming out of neighborhood playing loud country music. And like Martin Luther King said, man, America is not us. It's not for us. You know what I'm saying? We the burdens of America. Every race besides whites, the burdens. We here to bear the burdens of what they don't. We if you look at it, we do all the dirty work. When these buildings are getting built, and we do all the dumb work, the work that y'all would consider, oh, that's low shit. No, it ain't. You see them Mexicans and you see them blacks. We doing the demolition. We doing all this and that. We doing all the hard shit. While the white nigga got the architect paper in his hand telling you what to do. And I'm not saying white people hold this down and you can't build up in these times and days. You can. You know what I mean? But what you got to do to get there? I mean, you can go to school for 10 years. That don't mean you want to get in that field that you want to get in. Well, I know niggas that went to college, graduated, and all that with a degree. Did all that school time and they got all that experience. And nobody won't hire you. You go to school, graduate high school, go to college, get your degree, and then on your application they're going to hit you with something. Who did you work for? Where is the experience? Oh, no, I'm fresh out of college. I got my degree in this, so that's where my experience is at. This is why I'm trying to get this job, because we need some type of experience. It's always that roadblock. You get close, boom. So that make niggas look like, why am I going to do all these years of school when y'all ain't going to do nothing but turn me right down? So a lot of niggas, that's how niggas feel. I mean, I'd rather you try than to just give up, but I'm just saying, when you doing that, then what? My city is so fucked up. We shutting schools and shit down and building more jails. Baltimore is so fucking broken. We so in debt that they building another part to the juvenile jails in Baltimore. Right there down there on Gay Street. Right across by the Viaduct. Niggas know what it is in Baltimore. If you from Baltimore, you know what the Viaduct is. You know what I mean? The little bridge that you don't want to walk over, or the bridge that, when you leaving the club. Fuck that, like, they throw you off. Niggas always feared that nigga, we ain't walking, you either that or you gonna get hit, because them cars be balling, especially on the weekend. Niggas drunk and shit, and you walk over the viaduct, it's a wrap. Don't walk that. But it's amazing that they saying they gonna put $550 million towards education from these casinos, but they talking about closing more schools down. It's crazy how you telling kids they can graduate high school and go off and do this and go off and do that, and y'all shutting these schools down, and y'all building more jails. So it's like these kids are looking at it like, man, y'all banking on me going to jail more than y'all banking on me graduating high school. How the fuck can you build more jails and less in the schools? You know what I mean? You taking these kids from different communities and putting them together. You know, you got a nigga from Wilcox, and then you got a nigga from Latrobe, or you got whatever it is, whatever your neighborhood is, or a nigga from Murphy Homes and the nigga from Lexington Terrace, and y'all know they don't like each other, but they gotta come to this one school. Like in Baltimore, we had a rec center in Johnson Square in the early 90s, and they had a rec center up Madison. It's Madison Square. So they shut down L Recreation Center, not knowing if we like these niggas that now we gotta walk all the way up the street to go shoot pool and do all that, and then we go up there and then the kids feel like, oh no, y'all coming up here thinking y'all gonna play with our pool table because y'all school got shut down, da da da. You go up there, you get to beefing with them niggas because they think you taking over and trying to take over their rack, and you know, then that leads to fuck it, we can't, but we don't want to keep going up there fighting every day just to play pool table. Fuck it. You know, you play basketball, you build your little stand up with the crate, with the wood, you know, hood shit, you know, whatever, however you do it. You start hooping outside. When you in a wreck, you ain't seeing niggas selling drugs. You feel me? You ain't seeing it. You know, but you ain't seeing it. You ain't visualizing. But once they shut the wreck down, and then you can't go up the street and go to that wreck because you got to keep fighting these kids every day. You get tired of that. So you build your little goals and try to play outside. Now your focus is going from shooting on a crate or shooting, you know, basketball, and you looking across the street and you keep seeing these niggas selling drugs. So now it's like, you know, it went from focus to, damn, they got the fine girls over there. Nigga got on Jordans, and this is in the 90s. Nigga got a beeper, you know, doing this, doing that. So you start to gravitate towards that life. Because now it's like, damn, he getting all the good girls, you know, especially if you're a kid that's coming up and your mother getting on drugs, or your income low in the family, you know, in the household, and you can't afford tennis shoes and, you know, the finest shoes like Jordans and Nikes. And so that shit, you know, and that's the trap. And when you 10, 11 years old, when most niggas start out when they 10, 11 years old, your mind ain't headstrong the way as though you be like, nah, I ain't gonna sell that. A lot of niggas is weak, and not on purpose. It's just nobody trained them. Nobody taught them not to do this. And if niggas taught him not to do it, at that time he thinking like, nigga, how you gonna tell me what not to do when you doing it? But when you get older, you be looking at it like that was good advice. Because they got experience, you should have listened to them. Don't listen to the motherfucker that ain't never been a problem. Listen to the motherfucker that was the problem and found a solution to it. Or he was the problem. See, that's what you gotta do. Don't never look at a motherfucker like, how you wanna know what I'm going through and you ain't never been through it. You know? It's hard to sit there and talk to someone that don't know what you've been through or what you going through. You know, talk to somebody that been through that shit. You feel me? But you know, that's how the hood is, man. And it's not just about being a hood. You know, you got to do whatever you got to do to get out the motherfucker. And it's just a bunch of senseless shit. A lot of niggas ain't headstrong. You know what I'm saying? You see that shit nowadays. Like niggas beating the fuck out of women, like in public, like knocking them clean out, stabbing them, shooting them. It ain't just started, but it's just getting worse. You know what I mean? Killing kids and shit. You know what I mean? Just seen the little kid in his casket on Facebook. Month old. I forget his name. Last name was Ware. I don't want to put you out there like I knew y'all. I ain't know the family, but you know, I knew somebody that knew this, you know, knew that family in that situation. So when I seen that picture on Facebook, you know, it happened here. You know, and the sad part is, like, yo looked it just like his father, and his father did it. To see a month old in the casket, I just kept looking at my 2 month old now, but at that time my son was about a month and a half. You know what I'm saying? I just kept looking at my son like, I can't imagine seeing you in no casket. Your moms go through. My girl had got heart problems, so And she did the whole pregnancy, pushed them out natural and all that, because she couldn't take no medicine because she was on blood thinners. Feel me? For your mother to go through all this, to see you in the casket a month after you born, or any mother, you don't even have to have the shit that my girl had. Just any mother burying a child is ridiculous. Any father burying a child is ridiculous. Any man that will beat a child enough, any woman that will beat a child enough to death. Why are you here? Why do you want to be here? Don't cop out to no L. Take the death penalty. Ask for it. Beg for it. Kill yourself. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? So, blame the gangs and all that. Like, we do have control over ourselves, so I'm not blaming everything on the government or this person or that person, but I don't want y'all looking at it like, oh, that's an excuse. No, it's not an excuse. It's real shit. Like, this is real life. This is what goes on. Like, and this is the problems. This is that seed that they planted in your head. You know, how these felony niggas with felonies and murders on their record get their hands on these guns? Who's selling them? And if they're getting it from this man, who that man get it from? And who that man got it from? Come on, man. We ain't in the gun shops. We ain't selling these guns. There's motherfuckers that sell shit on the side. You know what I mean? If you got a nigga working at Radio Shack, Walmart, wherever, and you can get a PlayStation on the side, instead of paying $250 for it, you can get it for $200 or $150. What makes you think it ain't a motherfucker that work at a gun store that can get them guns on the side? A motherfucker that's in the army that can bring them guns to the hood and sell them shits on the side so they can make ends meet. It's the same fucking difference, bro. 1 + 1 is fucking 2, man. Come on, man. It's Baltimore, though, you know what I'm saying? And it's everywhere, not just Baltimore, but, you know, shit is just ridiculous and we fall for it, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Just looking at some little kids up in PA, I think it was Pennsylvania, 13, 14-year-old little boys followed the motherfucker for a cigarette. Nigga said, no, let it go. Go get your own cigarette. If you ain't going to do that, rob the nigga and let him go about his business. But you dumb niggas decide to turn around and clap his girl. Now she dead. For a cigarette, basically. Because she was telling you, leave him alone. He said, no, get a job. You know what I'm saying? Like, you little dumb niggas, you just wasted your whole fucking lives for a cigarette. And that's the dumb shit that niggas do nowadays. Kill for nothing. Or kill for next to nothing. And the same niggas do shit, wake up, and don't realize what the fuck they did the day before. Y'all niggas popping mollies and, you know what I'm saying? Do, by all means, do what you do. But know, when you doing this shit, know how to handle your shit. You know what I mean? The last shit that ever came to Baltimore was gangs and them powerful ass drugs. Everybody on perks and, you know what I'm saying? There's just too much going on. You know, I be having little 12, 13-year-old niggas come up for me asking for a cigarette and shit like that. Can you buy me a drink out the bar? You know what I mean? And I look at that shit like it's crazy because I was that same little nigga doing that. Buying loose cigarettes and asking niggas buy me drinks out the bar. You know what I'm saying? And I be like, damn, that's what I was. It's like a cycle, bro. You gotta break that cycle. I ain't preaching. I'm just teaching. I'm just letting you know that shit fucked up. You know what I mean? Niggas keep saying wake up and bake up, you know, wake up, smoke your weed. No, wake up, get your cake up, start teaching. Fuck. I mean, that's what you do. I mean, I'm kind of a hypocrite, and I'm kind of contradiction. I'm gonna make my mistakes, you feel me? You know, but I don't want to see nobody make the same mistakes I made. You know what I mean? But you already know, man. Will Cascade signing off. Neighborhood. I got work to do, man. Y'all niggas start learning. 1 + 1 is 2. Everything ain't a conspiracy. You know what I mean? Just do your research, and you'll find out in history shit like this has occurred, and it's only and it repeats the cycle. The cycle repeats. I was gonna talk about 9/11, but y'all ain't ready for that. Y'all ain't ready for my thoughts on that. But so I'm gonna leave that part alone. But just wake up, man. Shit is real out here. Shit is very much real. You know what I mean? I done talked to y'all damn near my whole break. I'm out of here, man. Neighborhood, man. Get my shit jumping, man. Cash Brown, subscribe to this. You know what I'm saying? 60 TV, Neighborhood.